I'm just not sure this is special enough, you guys. Hi everybody, welcome back to my channel. Today I want to talk to you about my experience with the Page Habit subscription box. So there's been a lot of talk on BookTube recently about Page Habit. And so I figured that I would give it a try. There's two types of boxes that you can purchase from Page Habit. One is monthly and one is quarterly. I went ahead and signed up for the monthly box, and it was $35 for the horror box is what I picked. You can pick your genre of choice. And upon ordering the first box, they sent me an offer for a discounted price on a second box. So $35 for the horror box, $30 for the mystery box, which is where you're going to get your thrillers as well. So what Page Habit offers in their monthly subscription boxes is a genre-specific book that is annotated by its author. So the books are sent with handwritten annotations by the author that basically just reveals some facts and stories about the author's process in writing the actual book. They also come with a handwritten letter from the author to the reader, just a copy. It's not really written on paper by the author. $35 for a box that contains one book and some bookish things is a little bit on the pricey side. Now, Page Habit does donate some of its proceeds to children's literacy. It doesn't say how much. That may be part of the cost as well. And I'm all about literacy programs. I really love Better World Books, which is a used book retailer that donates a large amount of proceeds to literacy programs throughout the world. I'm all about that. Great. Even my Amazon account is linked to a charity so that I spend a lot of money at Amazon. But anyways, the point I want to make with this video is Page Habit box worth the value or not? So my horror box contained a book called Blackbird by Michael Feigl maybe. And I'd never heard of this book. It is a 2017 release. It did come with a letter from the author and the annotations as promised. While this book is a 4.1 rating on Goodreads right now, it only has 31 reviews, which is almost unheard of to me. But this is the first book that I've ever seen on Goodreads that has less than like 1,000 reviews. I didn't think it was possible. But this book right now only has 31 reviews on Goodreads. So while it is a new release, I do feel like it's a little bit of an obscure title, and don't get me wrong, I'm more than happy to read obscure titles. It just wasn't what I expected. The other thing about Blackbird is I'm not entirely sure it's a horror novel. Amazon lists this book as a dark humor and satire, and people in Goodreads put it on their thriller shelves. So I don't know. I am a little unsure at this point. Also in the horror box is a little short story called The Blood Drip. And when I say little short story, I mean it like this is, it's this sized, 28 pages in total. So you're probably looking at a 7-page short story. I mean, this is kind of neat, a little short story added bonus in with your book. So I had the book, the little short story. I had 2 bookmarks, one that sort of doubles as a magnifying glass, and then a canvas tote. So that was my first box. Then the second box arrived, and I was like, okay, well, let's see what I got in the mystery thriller box. The first book that came out of the box, which was odd to me because this one actually did have 2 books, which I thought was strange. But Infinite Ground by Martin McInnes. Strange, Haunting, and Dislocating. This is actually a 2016 release. It has a 3.48 rating on Goodreads, and it sounds very much like a very surrealistic mystery. So, people have it listed in fantasy and science fiction and horror, DNF. Those are the shelves that people on Goodreads put it on. So I'm kind of like, okay, well, all right, 50 ratings altogether. Or no, I'm sorry, 50 reviews. 50 reviews altogether, 186 ratings. So again, I feel like this is another really obscure title. He is a debut author. I don't know. I'm willing to give this book a try, but it's not looking good. That was just an add-on book. There were no letters or annotations associated with that book. The next book that I pulled out of the box is Little Broken Things, and this is by Nicole Bart. This is probably the most well-known book that I received from Page Habit. It has a 3.78 rating on Goodreads, 331 ratings, and 128 reviews. An engrossing and suspenseful novel for fans of Leanne Moriarty. An affluent suburban family whose carefully constructed facade starts to come apart with the unexpected arrival of an endangered young girl. So this does sound interesting, and Heather Gudenkauf has praise for this book. Kimberly McCrate has praise for this book. Authors that I've heard of. So I feel like this is the most promising book out of the Page Habit boxes that I received. The mystery box also contained another short story. This one is about twice as long as the short story that came in the horror box. And I also received 2 bookmarks, one that doubles as a magnifying glass, and a little canvas bag. Now, long and short of it, is this Page Habit thing worth the money? Let me break it down for you. I canceled my subscription. After receiving the 2 boxes, I went ahead and canceled. It's not for me. It might sound like the most amazing experience to you. You might love the subscription box. And if you do, I'm really happy that this exists for you. I'm also really happy that for those who love it, some of the proceeds go to children's literacy. I'm all about that. Here's my issues. Number 1, I don't think that the value of the contents equal the price point that you're paying. And I can't justify the difference by the children's literacy donation. What's special about Page Habit is that the books are annotated. You are getting an insider's information into the author's thoughts about portions of their book. That's interesting. It really is. And to be reading a letter, that the author wrote to the subscribers of Page Habit. I mean, that's interesting as well, but it's just interesting. Like, those things don't add to the value of your book. First of all, they're not handwritten. Your book has not been touched by the author. They've provided these annotations and somebody has stuck them in there. There really is no true personalization involved. And your book is not signed. It's just annotated. So you're basically paying $35 for a book and more information on that book. Is this something that could be revealed in a little bit of research on the author? Did the author, give any interviews, or how did the author promote their book? Did the author reveal this information through book promotion? I'm just not sure this is special enough, you guys. I don't really feel like I'm connecting with an author by purchasing through Page Habit. And for a subscription service that highlights their desire to connect readers more with authors, it doesn't do it for me. Also, let's not forget that I ordered 2 boxes and didn't feel like either box really lived up to their cost. But also, I got the same extras twice. The same bookmarks, the same exact canvas bag. The bookish extras are not genre specific. So I would really caution you against getting 2 boxes, right? Who needs 2 canvas bags? I don't carry 1 canvas bag. I've never carried a canvas bag in my life. And I certainly didn't need 2, magnifying glasses. If you're going to put them in there, then use them to enhance the experience, because that will ultimately add value to the box. If I had felt like the extras were a little bit more carefully chosen or had something to do with my particular bookish tastes, I would have second guessed canceling my subscription to the box. And the final thing that I just need to say as kind of a disclaimer. Like, I'm not sure subscription services are the way for me to go. I just got done filming a discussion video where I talked about, major publishing houses choosing what I'm going to read. Subscription boxes really specifically choose what you're going to read, right? They give you one book and they're like, here you go. This is what you're reading. Thanks for your money. I don't know that I would enjoy this experience from any company. But so much had been said about Page Habit, and it really marketed itself as this next level experience in subscription boxes. It felt very impersonal to me. And I think that's the opposite effect that they intended to have. The thing that I respect the most about the annotations in the book is the time it took the author. I have a lot of respect for an author who sits down and does that and contemplates what they want the reader to know about the book and pens a well thought out letter to their readers. Like, I have respect for the Page Habit authors. I think it's awesome, that they do that. I just wish that Page Habit itself kind of went the extra mile to enhance the experience. Again, if this was a $20 box, I would be happier. But it's $35. Shit. I don't know. I'm a cheap ass anyway. I've said that. Like, I'm the girl at the used bookstore looking for the best deal. It seems kind of pretentious to me, and the titles are too obscure, and the bookish extras are a waste. So ultimately, no, I don't think that Page Habit is worth has the value that matches its price point. But hopefully, feedback will help Page Habit kind of tailor make an experience that readers can truly value. If you are interested in learning more about Page Habit, by all means, check things out in the description box down below. And if you've gotten Page Habit boxes before, let me know what you think. Was this maybe just a bum month? Or maybe the quarterly box has way more value, but even though the quarterly box is way more expensive. I'm interested to hear what other Page Habit subscribers have to say. So that's all that I have for now, but thank you all for watching, and I will see you all very soon.